obviously you were there for a long time, basically 2 hours. What did you guys do? How did you stay fresh?
We had bikes in there, so a couple guys got on the bikes. Was chit-chatting, going over the plan. Kind of threw to some of the wide receivers, just trying to get those guys active, kind of get our legs warm. But I didn't think it was necessary. It's like 1 minute left, Just wanted to get it over with, get the dub.
Let's talk about your pass and run. You're a dual threat quarterback, but look like you have impressive numbers both categories.
With that O-line up front and the receivers that I have, I feel like they took a step. The wide receivers, of course, took a step from last game, but up front, man, they got a good veteran O-line, and they protect and,
John, you took the personal foul of taunting call. What did Coach say to you about that, and do you regret it?
I definitely regret it because it kind of killed us there. We could have got the first down. I wasn't even focused on getting the first down. I was taunting. It was an intense game. They was talking, we was talking, but definitely regret it. Coach definitely ripped me for it, and can't do it. Can't happen again. It just shows the maturity. Just got to grow up and, can't do that.
Tommy, you mentioned the offensive line, just on their scheme too, and how you see things open in front of you from the guards out. When the scheme comes into play, just what are you seeing from them executing, and especially early on as the game, and then as the game goes on?
Those guys are tough. They're very tough, and they're moving bodies. When I'm handing the ball off and out of the pistol, and I can just look, Mahogany and Kyle and Drew, those guys are moving guys up front and just making good holes for our running backs.
Has Coach talked to you at all about the consequences of that taunting call, if there are going to be any this upcoming week?
Not yet, but I'm pretty sure there will be.
2 touchdowns to tight ends. You feel like that can be a big part of the offense going forward?
Yes, we have 2 really good tight ends. One's older, one younger. I feel like getting those guys in the rhythm and getting those guys, touching the ball is be really good for this offense.
First quarter, there were only 2 possessions. Every team got the ball once. Clock is obviously short in the game,
Yeah.
but what is the pressure like in the offense to execute, knowing that the new clock will kind of speed up the game and take away some of those possessions?
I don't think there's any pressure at all. Our mindset with going into the game was just score every time we touch it, and we kind of did a good job of that in the first half and just going out executing. But I think we have a good scheme on offense, huddle, going fast, and switching up the tempo. So I think it's really good.
Just from your performances so far, how do you think you're going to fare when you get into ACC matchups, and what are you going to sort of rely on from your game?
Just taking one game at a time, go through the game plan, execute. Got a great offensive line, great receivers, great backs. Just continue to play ball, take one game at a time.
Have you ever had a lightning delay like that before at all?
Actually, I have in high school, but
Central Florida.
yeah, and we had one. I wasn't there at that game. I was in high school being recruited, but I was there at the game. We had to wait 2 hours. The game then starts 11, 12, something like that. But yeah, I've been through it before.
Was it just what's just top to bottom? I know we talked about what it's like in the locker room. Just,
Man, it was crazy because the defense was ready to go out there, get a stop. Everybody's pumped. Got the leaders on the team like Don and Pat, keep getting guys in the middle, talking to them, and it was just intensity was high, and guys were just ready to win this ball game. You could tell it means a lot, especially people from Boston, that the game meant a lot. So we really wanted to win, just for those guys on the team for Boston.
Is the offense thinking about what happens if they get the ball back and need to score, or are you just leaving it to the defense?
Of course, we want to just leave it to the defense, but of course, we had offense got together as well, and we went over the game plan if we had to go get the ball back for 2 minutes or overtime. So we had plans ready to go score again.
Tom, when did you know you were starting this week?
I think Monday. I think it was Monday. If it was Emmett or it was me, just be ready. When your name is called, just got to be ready.
Thomas, the first 2 drives were 14-play long drives. Just talk about getting the offense into that kind of rhythm.
For one, it was very hot. It was very hot out, so those big guys up front was kind of, getting tired and stuff. So just me talking to them and just, encouraging them, we down here, we just got to finish the drive. I think that was a big role and played a big part of it.
Just talking about Boston fans in general, this is a New England matchup, and it's always going to be a little rowdy, and especially after you guys come out after the rain delay, you see that big crowd of Holy Cross fans. Just take me through your thoughts when you're going through that.
I was like, where did all our fans go? It was crazy. All I seen was purple. But they have a great student body, and they was into the game, and it kind of shows how much this game meant to them.
A little disappointed that your student body didn't stay?
Nah, it is what it is. I know how the rain is, and rain delays and stuff like that. But we put it out for us.
Thanks, Thomas.
Yep.